For today's video, we have the round 14 team lineups. And this round, we've lost a few really important rookies, but we've also got some available to pick up, which is good, but we really needed a few of these other rookies. So there's only five games this week, so we'll go through this pretty quick. But yeah, it's going to be a very rough round for a lot of us. I'm fielding 14, so in a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure, I think that might be an understatement, but I think there's a few others in the same position. I sent out a poll on Twitter, and it seems like 50% of people are fielding 15 or less, which surprises me. Maybe if we've lost a few rookies this week, which we'll go over. But we'll see how we all go. So, you know, those who don't have Jaden Shaw and Shea Bolton are probably the big winners from these rule changes. So I guess it's luck will always be involved in this game. It's just accelerated a bit the past 2 weeks, but yeah, it happens, and we'll just have to do our best to get through it. So the first game is Geelong versus Western Bulldogs. So as you see, Cam Guthrie in. Speak about that in a second. Narkle out. Higgins is out managed. I think he's probably more likely omitted. And then Riley West out. So Cam Guthrie is in. 2 weeks ago, if you're a Guthrie owner, you'd know. Last week, after he missed the game, Chris Scott said he will play next week. 2 days ago, Chris Scott says we think he'll play this week. So, but we have 48 hours to see how that goes. So, to me, I think it's more likely that he does play. It's just Chris Scott. He knows whether he's playing or not. He's just playing stupid, twisted games that he plays. I don't know what's wrong with him, but that's just what he does. He thinks it's going to get him a competitive advantage. I don't know why he can't just act like a normal person, but it's whatever. But yeah, I think I'm just, if he's laid out, I'm just gonna cop it. I just can't trade premiums at this point. Looks like I'm going down to two injury trades, and that's already too low. So just cop it and cry if it happens. So we'll see. And then on Geelong side, there's really nothing here. As sub, maybe Narkle as sub, maybe, or Sean Higgins, I suspect. Stanley emergency, so probably maybe ruins blitz halves if he rucks, I don't know, but yeah, who knows. Bulldog side, there's really nothing here. Dale on a wing again. He's been named wing like every week, but plays halfback and pushes up the ground. Waitman on field, which is great if you have him. Jordan Sweet not playing. I thought that he would play. I thought Steph was injured, but it looks like he's recovered. And then McLean might be sub, which would be cool. So if McLean has a few sub games, for example, he might be really, really cheap next year, but probably not a midfielder anymore, so probably can't score much, but we'll see. I don't know what price he'd be, but just if he's the right price, like 200k, I have no idea what he could be, but we can look at it. Now the Gold Coast game versus Port at 1 PM on Saturday at Metricon Stadium. Collins and Day in. Graham out, Corbett out, Roses out. So Roses, yeah, really dodgy rookie. Probably got what you deserved here if you picked him, unfortunately, but it happens. And then on Port side, Lena in, Lysette in, so Ladham's is still playing. Woodcock out, Bonnet out, Marshall out, and Gray's playing his 250th. So Gray's been in some pretty good form, and he's getting a lot of CBAs. I think it's in the 60s, his CBAs, something like that. Didn't expect it to be that high, but could be an option. But yeah, don't know if that continues. So I think the main point here is, I think some of us went Zach Smith, which is looking like a reasonable move because he got us 75 odd points last week, and he'll get us some points this week. So very happy that Smith is still playing. I just figured they have Moyle, I think, from the mid-season draft. Could have possibly taken his spot, but wasn't sure. That's fine. Not sure who's sub here. Wouldn't have a clue. And then on Port side, I think Houston was named center last week, but he played more defense, so not sure what they do with Houston, but seems to score wherever he plays. It's just whether he's injured or not, and just often has down games in heavy losses, for example. Bergman's playing if you still have him. Not sure who's sub. Maybe Hartlett. We'll see. So Giants versus Carlton. So now we have a rookie here. So Perryman, Briggs. We'll speak about him in a sec. Davis in. Out is Stein. Lockie Ash probably a bit stiff. I haven't really followed him the last few weeks. So Mumford is out with a back injury. We don't know the timeline. One sec. I'm just going to check Bruce Forgot to check. Oh, Bruce is out 11. Okay, so Bruce is done. I forgot he re-injured himself. Okay, so Bruce is out. Oh, that's the team. Bruce is out of the equation, which is good. So that might help Briggs. I don't know. We don't have a timeline on Mumford. So don't know what that means. Because he said that he's the number one ruck, but Briggs' numbers are really, really good in the VFL. And I think when he rucked with Flynn, I think he was scoring 60 odd points. So this time around, last time Briggs played, I think he had to play key defense and ruck. I think this time he's listed as a forward, and they have their key defense. They have Phil Davis, Haynes, and Reed. So they have their key defenders there. Haynes is not really key defender, but sort of. So it looks like he will be playing a more friendly role. So I think he's one you'd want to get in. I think if you just want points this week, plus the DPP is really nice if you have Madden. Don't get me started on Madden playing this week. But yeah, I think I'll get Briggs in. I'm not sure. I'll have to decide that tonight. But yeah, I really wish we had a better time frame on Mumford's injury. I've got to go through Carlton, Fogarty, Parks, Kennedy in. So if you somehow have Parks, great. If you have him out, Nunes, Murphy, Cottrell, Setterfield. So nothing really on Carlton's side. Doherty wing again. A bit of a rough one if you have Doherty. He might be a 90s or 80s average on the wing now. I'm not really sure. Playing well there though. Or better than he was at halfback, I thought, but we'll see. Not sure who sub. Probably Nunes. Won't have a clue. North versus Brisbane. Luke McDonald in. Uh-oh. This might not be good. Okay, so how do they use Luke McDonald? I don't know. Does he take kickouts? He did last year, so I'm not sure how much he takes. So maybe he plays lockdown. In the preseason, he wasn't a sure bet to play the same role he played under Reece Shaw when he was a Seagull last year. And in his preseason game, he was one of the worst games I'd ever seen from somebody. 10 clangers or something. 40 odd points off 20 touches. Okay. We'll see how that goes. I think a lot of us have Hall and Zeeble, so just monitor the situation. So I think Hall will be okay. It's more Zeeble what they do with him. Do they even want Zeeble back in defense? I know Noble said that they want him. He said, "Oh, we got McDonald back, so now we have a bit more of we have an experienced backline now with with Hall and Zeeble there as well." Should they really be running two 30-year-olds at halfback? I don't think so. Tarrant's pretty old as well. Doesn't seem ideal. Atley's not young either. I don't know. I guess they're just playing with what they got. And yeah, in Brisbane side, Madden in, whatever. Good if you have him, I guess. Sorka out suspended. I'll take that. Lester out injured hamstring. So I think he's out for a few more weeks. So who's a sub? I don't know. Maybe Young. Sub here. Maybe Berry. I'm not sure. So don't think that's much more to see here. Neil playing. So yeah, McDonald's a big watch. So we'll see. I think this is the final game. Final game is Hawthorn versus... Okay, I think it's the only Sunday game. Hawthorn versus Essendon. So now these are extended, by the way. So not exactly sure. So Nash, Jacker, Cousins, Bramble, and Brockman in. Out is Warple suspended and Morrison is injured. So I assume Bramble is replacing Morrison. I don't remember where Morrison played. I know he's played wing. I have not followed that at all. So Lachlan Bramble is an outside mid that can play inside, but mature age, 102k. Definitely going to be a big trade in this week. I have to choose between Bramble and Briggs. Leaning towards Briggs. I think Bramble's average is 70 something in the VFL. Not sure what Briggs is, but I think Briggs would be more. So it all depends on what you need. Just your setup as well. So which rookie you're getting rid of in which line. I think both seem perfectly fine. If we only got Briggs, I would have gone Briggs. If we only got Bramble, I would have got Bramble. Just trying to pick which one you want. Bramble's also extended bench, so I doubt he's sub after that disaster when they used Downey as a sub. So I'm not sure. It seems like Briggs's numbers are better in his role. Probably second ruck or outside mid, which is better. I'm not sure. Probably second ruck. But given Flynn can play forward, he might get a fair bit of ruck time. So I don't have the answer. I only just it's only been about an hour since team name, so I'm not exactly sure the answer between Briggs and Bremble, but I'm leaning towards Briggs. But yeah, interesting one. I think both are perfectly fine. I wish we knew about. I think Bramble's more of a chance to hold his spot, whereas Briggs might be dependent on Mumford's health. Now Essendon in BZT, Devon Smith. Where's he named? Forward. Okay. Kale, 2 meter Peter. Draper's in. Okay. Durham in. Probably not going to debut. Otherwise, I would announce that. Cutler in. Zach Reed in. Out. Francis managed. Alec Waterman has a calf issue. What a disaster. So I think a lot of us needed him to play. Nothing we can do. Andy McGrath injured for a long time. Zaharakis injured. Ambrose omitted. Okay, so a few things here. Impey named fullback. I think I'm trading Impey. I think you can hold if you want. With Impey, got a bit of criticism for trading him this week, given we need warm bodies, but it just depends. Like, I got nothing else to do with that trade anyway. Might as well trade him before he kills my next upgrade. So with Impey, it could be fine for 85 for the rest of the year. It might be in the 70s. I don't know. And when I don't know, I lean towards just trade before it gets bad. If I fear the downside too much, I trade. But it could be fine. Like, I'm not sure. So that's just my opinion on that anyway. So we went through Impey as a pick on the podcast. Day on a wing. Wingard in the middle. So yeah, Bramble, it sounds like he's an outside mid. Coming off a hamstring injury and then played really good in the scratch match last week or something like that. So, yeah, I think he's a fine option. The big one, actually, I forgot to mention, is no Ned Reeves. So 74, I think it was, % of the top 1,000 have Reeves. I do not, fortunately. Really unlucky, I guess, because he wasn't on the injury list for that shoulder issue that he had. And then he rolled his ankle at training. So he seems very injury prone. This is his third injury in about 6 weeks. So, yeah, might be stuck with him. But he might come back and might cover you or make a little bit of money if he plays 2 or 3 games. But it's very frustrating, I guess. But again, this game is a lot of luck involved in this game. And then on Essendon side, so Langford named in the middle on the wing. I think last week he was named on ball. I don't know if I want to read into that too much. No, probably not going to read into that. They have Ham named as a follower. I don't remember him being an inside mid. Cutler's on the wing. I assume Nick Cox will be on the other wing. So I fully expect Langford to continue that inside mid role. I'm bringing him in. I think his upsides and price is good. The pick might not work though. I'm well aware of that, but I feel like he's their third best mid at the moment, so I think he plays there. Nick Hind, I need to change. So this doesn't tell us if Hind is playing forward or back. I assume he starts back. I don't know why they start him off the bench. He's too good to be named there, in my opinion. And yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of players like here who's going to be extended. I don't know. Maybe Tim O'Brien, Nash, and Jacka and Brockman extended. Not sure. Brockman might be nice in if you still have him. And then on this side, probably Phillips won't play. Durham won't play. Cahill probably won't play. Not sure on the other one. But yeah, anyway, that's the team names. Good luck for this week. I'm taking it easy this week, I think, in terms of football. Probably not going to watch any football. I'll check McRae's vice captain on a Friday night and then call it a weekend. But yeah, good luck this week, and hopefully we can feel a little bit better when the round starts next week. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.